My memories of my childhood are complicated, which is to say very few of them are good or bad. We traveled a lot when I was a kid. I was at Yosemite, and I got yelled at in Yosemite. We lived in Pittsburgh, but I got yelled at on more than one occasion canoeing on the Delaware River. This was how our family trips went. My dad's anger was everywhere, always. We would go to the movies a lot, and he would yell at the person behind me kicking my chair, which I didn't want anyone kicking my chair, but I also didn't want my dad yelling at them. So all of these things are complicated. But there was one place that no one was ever angry, and it was at Glenn's Custard in Springdale, Pennsylvania. Anyone Springdale? Yeah, so Springdale's like a little borough sort of just outside of Pittsburgh, and to get there, we would drive along the river, which sounds much more picturesque than it was, but it was still lovely. And we would get there, and there would be lines, so many lines, which would normally set my dad off, but not at Glenn's. Lines moved quickly, and when you were done with the line, you got Glenn's frozen custard. And it was the only place that my family, total chocoholics, always ordered vanilla. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's true of other custards. I just know that Glenn's vanilla custard, better than the chocolate. And so Glenn's has this magical mystery memory of a place that people in my family were always happy. And in fact, my senior year of college, when I was going through the college admissions process, and I got rejected from the University of Virginia, thank you very much, on the same day that my cousin, who was also my best friend, got rejected from the University of Virginia, my mom said, why don't you two just take the car, go to Glenn's? And I was raised by strict parents. There was no going out on school nights unless it was a school-sponsored event. Volleyball game, basketball game, high school musical. They gave me the car to go to Glenn's because they thought I was upset about not getting into the University of Virginia, which was not true because in the 1990s, University of Virginia was the best bang for your buck on the East Coast. If I got in, they were going to make me go, and I didn't want to go to the University of Virginia. And neither did my cousin. So I picked her up and I was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I'm fine." I was like, "I'm fine too, but we're going to Glenn's anyway." So it just has this place of there could be no anger, no upset at Glenn's. And in fact, one of the last pictures I have of me, my dad, and my brother before my dad passed away was at Glenn's. We took him there before we even really knew he was sick, and 3 months later he was dead. I can't go to Glenn's anymore, and it's not because that memory tarnished it at all. It's because my body stopped digesting dairy about 12 years ago. And here's the deal, it's not lactose. People are like, "Oh, you're lactose intolerant, take Lactaid." No, I'm more complicated than that. I actually have a dairy allergy. It's a high sensitivity, which means I actually can eat dairy, but I really shouldn't. And so even going to the parking lot of Glenn's would be dangerous because I would order and eat vanilla custard and then it would be really bad. So I just don't go anymore, but I miss it a lot. It was a great escape from my dad's anger. So this past summer, Nikki's Custard opened on Oregon Pike. Any Nikki's Custards fans? Yeah. Nikki's Custard has dairy-free, 2 flavors a week, in the summer 4. And every Sunday night I go to Nikki's Custard. You've heard of the Sunday Scaries? I have banished them, nay, escaped the Sunday Scaries. Because every Sunday night while my husband is online tutoring a boy in Iowa City, I am at Nikki's Custard, and sometimes I take my kids, and sometimes I take my friends, and sometimes I go alone, but I am never unhappy at Nikki's Custard. Thank you.